Alright, welcome everyone for another episode of Subnautica Below Zero. Now, we do not have an update at this time. We just have a news update that they are working on finishing the content by Halloween, and then we'll start work on just the bug fixes, optimization, performance tweaking between then and the final release date in 2020. So we can assume it's going to be safe to say that 95% of what the game is going to be in terms of content will be done on the Halloween date, and that means that most of the fish values, for bioreactors, food, water, everything will be in place by then. But right now we still don't have any. I have done some exploring. I have a third sea monkey egg because I went and found another little entrance into the blood kelp area, or the orange kelp area, where it is the blood vine. And I managed to unlock something else by scanning 2 more sea monkey nests. This time I unlocked the laser cutter. So battery, which I have a battery charging right now, I'll just go ahead and take that out because no point in charging it all the way if I'm going to use it up. And I need 2 diamonds, titanium, and crystalline sulfur. Alright, laser cutter. Which, funny, I haven't found any place I actually need a laser cutter yet. So I'm not sure how much use I'm actually going to get from this. Penetrating standard titanium doors. So if it's in the game, there's some place that I need to use it. Alright, so I'm in one of the deep cave systems. It's the one that's like the big crater type look to it. You can barely see up top towards the surface. And I am just at the edge of where I can go with this. So perfect spot to really bring like the prawn suit right now, because I do not have the upgrades to go low enough with the sea truck. But, I can at least explore a little ways in. There's no big predators here, so good place to drop off a little research station that, I'm not needing the fabricator or anything like that with me at the moment, so I can drop those off, and then when I need to do some work, come down here and link in with them. It'll help me find stuff better. So let's do that. Alright, on my way down into the depths. I wish it would keep, my preference on the sea glide, because I don't want the map on. And every time I have to do the, set it back the way I want it again when I log back into the game. And this still looks to be a nondescript, unfinished area. So maybe next update, maybe not. Maybe a bad place for me to leave my sea truck right now. I might come back and find out that they've got it embedded into some piece of plant, tree, something like that. Yeah, despite how deep this is, everything's just the generic terrain. So there's nothing in here right now, at least nothing that would be fully implemented where I would need to go and do something to get somewhere or get some unlock. So this is really just something I can swim around in for the moment, but it's not something to worry about making permanent. And it's getting lighter over here. That's nice. Hi, Mr. Well, can I hang out with you for a minute? Am I in your way? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm hitting you. Boom. Alright, I'm just below the whales area, or one of the whales areas. And you see, very blocky texture right there, another blocky texture right here, but we still have some ice showing. And just a blocky section here. So yeah, you see just how bad it's blocked off. And, oh, I'm going way down. I can't see anything. Okay, all the way down, and it's nothing. Well, not entirely nothing. I found a rock lobster. Hey. Oh, and that reminds me now, I've got this. I did make the thermoblade, and it actually does have the model attached to it. It doesn't show it in the modification station the right way, but it shows it when you get it. Like, it's got the right icon on the toolbar, and it shows the right visuals for the blade itself. So it was like they just missed the update on the modification station icon for it. I feel like I've been in here. Or I know I've been someplace very similar to this. Where, you know, I've got like this little shelf here that... Obviously, yes, I have been here. I remember this because I came through this gap looking for stuff. And I used this and I found something through here. I feel like that gap still being there to me signifies that there's a purpose to it. Something that's going to be like, maybe not the shelf the way it is now, but eventually you'll have something where you're looking for that tiny opening and you'll have the choice of either going through with just the prawn suit or sea glide, but not going through with your actual sea truck, sea moth, whatever like that. Of course, I don't see how you can say the sea moth, sea truck won't fit, but the prawn suit will. And you see I've got open water there. Oh, what we got here? A little resource. Deep Arctic resource. I've already got some of those. It really seems like there's more focus on this game map with tunnels in certain areas, like connections between different points, than there was in the original. I mean, you had, you know, the Lost River is the big tunnel part. There's some cave systems, but, you know, Jelly Shroom Cave aside, there's really not much else in large cave systems other than that and the Lost River. And Lost River is a rather large, extensive biome area in Subnautica. And I think we've already kind of seen where that's going to occur here. It's that little pinkish, hazy area that still hasn't quite got everything in it. We've already got a Jelly Shroom Cave location in this, just not very extensive in terms of the size. And it's still missing quite a few things in it. So I've just been going all around the place. Came along a partially finished mountainside that is cut out on one side, like just the flat face look to it. And here's a super massive, I guess, iceberg. There's whales all around this area. It seems like the whales are just filler on any large open space right now in the game. Let's go up and see what's at the top of this. Yeah, it looks like this is the only spot I can get up on there. Is that one little spot right there. Alright. And it's at the edge of the big lily pads. So, not too hard to find. I mean, it's the big floating iceberg. Like, let me up? Yep. Alright, let's hope there's actually something here. I'm not risking death by freezing for nothing, and... yeah, yeah, it looks like there's nothing here right now. I'm assuming this is something they will just revamp, and there goes my slow heart rate. Hey, look, I finally made it over to my secondary base that I made. Oh, look, we got one of our buddies. One of the juveniles over there playing with some of the whales. But yeah, this is that base I made so I'd have a stopping point to recharge, you know, power cells and batteries when I'm out doing stuff for an extended period of time, because we have no solar modules or anything like that. You know what, this is a good spot. I don't need it here, but it's a good place to say, drop this off to mark this location. And what is that down there? Like something down below me. I know there's a base nearby. That was oddly like a door or a piece of a wing. Oh, it's just a sideways coral pad thing. Hey, there's my Jelly Shroom Cave. Looks like we've got a little bit better rendering on it now, and that renders a little bit faster than it was before. And these are not the traditional jelly shrooms anymore. They updated the texture. These used to be exactly like the original jelly shrooms, and now we have a different type of jelly shroom. And I can't scan it. Hey, open up. Give me something. I wonder if they're gonna have some kind of creature, you know, pop out of there like the crab snakes did. Oh, no, 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 no. No, oh, let go. Let go. No, get out of my, get out of the way. Oh, he did some damage. Oh. I'm sorry, you know, every time I see them open their mouths like that, all I think is the graboids from Tremors. That's what the Chelicelerate has to be based on. That's exactly what it looks like. So I'm back at the base, the main base, and you know, I've just decided I'm gonna go ahead and do some decorating. As limited as we have to decorate with, I want to see what I can make working here. Like, I'm not gonna do much on that wall. Actually, I don't even want a desk down here. Desk needs to be up here. Yeah, we'll do some desk over here. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna have a little desk in the corner. Well, no, we're gonna have a nice desk. This is gonna be like the bedroom area. Ooh, actually, I don't know if I want the desk there. No, I don't even have a bed option yet. No, I do have a bed. A single bed. Okay, single bed in the corner. We're gonna do a desk. Like, you know, we'll do it like this, where it sticks out from the wall just a bit. That way, it's like, you know, I'm looking out at everything. To come up. Got our bed. Oh, no. There goes that bug from the original Subnautica that they haven't fixed. That when you finish making something, which in the original Subnautica is typically when you're making like a wall locker or a freestanding locker, that when you get done, it decides to immediately open the locker. Because, you know, you're holding down the button to make it, and then it treats it like you've accessed it. So in that case, it did the same thing, but to the bed, and made me sleep in it when I didn't need to. We're gonna have at least a little lab counter. Yeah, something to work on. And we'll do the wall shelves. You know, I mean, it's more decorative than a regular shelf. Plus, I don't have anything I can place on the shelves yet. So at least we've got this feeling at least something's going on here beyond just emptiness. I'm still waiting for my grow beds so I can start planting stuff inside and out, have some food production that way instead of relying entirely on the fish I have from here. All right, got some food and water in me again, so I've got some good vitals. Had to make another battery so I could have one to swap in, since I did use that one up that I had spare for the laser cutter, which I'm not using yet. I so want some kind of plantable, you know, food option. No matter what it is, just something. That's interesting. I step here, I can see clear. I step away, I can't see. Clear, not clear. Clear, not clear. So yeah, that's Below Zero. There's just not a lot going on still in it. It's still, you know, getting content added, a lot of new stuff coming, of course. But there's also still a lot of the original content that's being ported from Subnautica that we're missing and desperately could use. Even if it was, as I've said, you know, give us the bioreactor or the thermal reactor and make it where it's unlocked right now, and then later on, hey, now you've got to unlock it, but anything you've already built you just no longer have it unlocked because they changed how you get it. And that way, at least now I could have something like a bioreactor or a thermal reactor going to help with my power, because honestly, the solar panels seem to not work as well in this game as they did in the original. That might just be a factor of things being changed and how the bases drain power. But yeah, they just don't seem to work quite as well in Below Zero right now as they do in the original game. And definitely seems to be more water consumption happening in this game, where my water level is constantly dropping a lot more compared to what my food level is doing. So I'm much more worried about bladderfish right now than I am anything else because of water production, which fortunately, at least they did add bladderfish back in. Going based off the II, that was absolutely awful. They should have just had the bladderfish in instead of the II to start with, because trying to use the II for your water source was terrible. Absolutely terrible. But yeah, there's just not that much going on with this. Both in we're missing content, and it's just to me, and I know many others are saying the same thing, it's missing that feeling that the original game has and had even during early access. I played Subnautica from very early during its development, and it never felt so lacking as Below Zero does. Yes, Below Zero has new content that wasn't in the original, but the feel is just not there anymore. It seems like they're trying too hard to focus on certain things and create new stuff without thinking, how does it fit in the overall scheme of things? Maybe they'll change some stuff later that'll make some stuff feel better. But yeah, I never had the original game Subnautica feel like this game does. This game just does not appeal to me right now. And at no point since it was made available for early access has it really ever caught my attention the way the original game did. And at this point, it's just been a steady downhill thing for Below Zero. But again, chance for them to change that. As they have announced, October 31st, Halloween, is when they're planning to have the content done. And then they'll do bug fixes, performance tweaks, everything up through 2020. At a certain point when then they'll say, this is full release. To me, that's kind of like in a restaurant saying, this is our soft opening, and then here's our grand opening. Soft opening to try things out, see how everything works, get the bugs worked out, and make sure they're ready. And then down the road, they do their official grand opening. Same sort of thing here. So we'll see. I say 90-95% of the content probably by that October 31st date, if they can keep with that schedule. And then we'll see small changes and tweaks to things as they move forward with the bug fixes, performance tuning, and probably, I don't think they said that, but I'm pretty sure they're going to do some balancing out of aspects in the game. But that is going to be it for this episode of Below Zero, and I may take a pause again until we have another fresh update for it in terms of making new episodes, because again, I just don't have much to do with this right now. But like I said, that's it for this video. So if you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment below, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you in the next video.